Welcome back, YouTube. My name is 2.0, coming back with a brand new video, and just want to say, sit back, relax. It's going to be a long journey. So the first thing we notice the second thing that we notice whenever we open our bag is this. What is going on? So you guys see, basically, there's a Maverick frame here. You guys want to get this? Stay tuned, and I will tell you exactly how I did it. It's not that hard. And if you stay, I will show you how to get 500 gems for free and 5 scrolls immediately right now. So make sure to stay. And again, if you guys get bored halfway through, whatever, fast forward to the end because it is important and you can only do this one time. So anyways, let's get right into things. Alright, so you guys are like, what's going on? How can I get this Maverick frame? Well, let me tell you. The very first thing you're going to want to do is load up your arena, go to interdimensional arena. If you're high enough level, that's the first step. We can totally ignore that. But basically, you're going to want a few teams, and as soon as the season starts, you're going to want to start relatively committed. If you aren't committed, I don't really think that it's going to work. And the only reason that I say that is if you're on top, it's so much easier to stay on top than it is to climb because you have to keep going and pass these people instead of just stay with them. So it is a lot harder. And I mean, as you can see here, set up to 10 teams, you guys are going to want a lot of strong heroes. And one thing that I am noticing is a lot of people don't really have a lot of strong monsters. I recommend at least 3. You can do it with 2, although you're going to need quite a bit of heroes. And the thing is, you don't need 3 fully endgame perfect lineups. You kind of just need a few. You can scroll through these and for the most part you'll find exactly what they finished with. And you can even change the season, you can scroll through the rankings, you can do so many. But like, be prepared because these are the people that did it. And there's 6 seasons. I think we're on season 7 now, which means going into season 8, 7 people have gone through this. They might even go through it again because there's so many different frames that they can get. So learn what you can about them and kind of understand their team comps. I would just overall say you don't want to compete with these guys. I mean, these ones especially are the top of the top. But like, scroll through, find someone. Even on the regular overall rankings, I would kind of go there, get a general grasp for it. And again, if you're like, I can beat 2 or 3 of these, awesome. Figure that out. You don't have to beat all of them. You only have to find out how to beat enough to stay in the top. And one thing that I do want to say is, I was always like, I didn't even use that many tickets. Let me tell you, the last day, I think I used 200 to 280 total, just in the last 24 hours. And I think I finished 572. So keep that in mind. I started the beginning of the day at 400 something. It doesn't really matter where you end. As long as you end 1 to 640, you should get the Maverick frame. And again, there's 9 monsters, which is weird because there's 10 teams. Maybe that's just me. But again, these bad boys are so important because, a maxed out monster can make level 1s beat 6 stars, 9 stars, even 10 stars if they're not leveled up. So I would say hoard as much monster materials as you can and use them smart. Obviously, I have 2 maxed out, I have 2 almost maxed out, and then I have 2 basically beginner tiers. And the only reason that I did that, well, the Griffin I thought was a phenomenal monster. Turns out he's not. The Deer is my favorite because he's so tanky, and the Phoenix you kind of need for PvE. So obviously those were the first 3, and then I was like, well, actually the first one was the Snake, but whatever. And, obviously whatever, it doesn't matter. They won't know the levels of your monsters until they fight you. But if you have all monsters, they're like, okay, they kind of just assume. Next thing's next, you might need to buy a ton of these. So save up gems and start hoarding these now if you guys actually want to, because you will need a lot. Overall, probably spent 1100 to 1200 max. So again, that's quite a bit. I know some people who weren't as lucky as me, or maybe they just don't have as good of teams. They spent anywhere from 2 to 2200, or 2000 to 2200. So keep that in mind. Obviously, these Hossie or whoever's up top, they spent a lot. All of these dudes spent so many tickets because they wanted to secure their position, and I totally get it. I, on the other hand, wanted to save some arena tickets. So I really didn't mind finishing lower. And again, that's kind of what you got to remember. If you're top 100, people can see you, and that's awesome. If you're not, people can't see you, and it doesn't really matter. You're still going to get the same thing as them. So that's basically it. Strong teams understand how they work, save up a ton of tickets, and gems, just on the off chance you cannot, you run out of tickets, whatever. That's very important. Last thing is just having good teams, good pets, all that, and understanding how to outsmart your opponent. If you guys missed last video, feel free to check it out. I kind of briefed a little bit, and I showed you some fights. It was very good, honestly, I think. Kind of just a learning tool. But again, look at number 100. This, you can run into this a few times. If you find these guys, awesome. And one small tip is if you get the random person and you're in the top 100 or so, you can find them. So then you can find their team. Just going to leave that in there. But overall, guys, if you guys are going to push it, stay committed. Don't lose faith. And just understand that there's going to be so many people better than you, so you gotta be patient. I wish that I could just record this for 20-25 minutes, but I don't think that it's necessary. I've covered some small topics here and there on the channel, so I just kind of wanted to throw everything together all at once, and I know there's no gameplay, we didn't do anything, so I'm sorry about that, but just remember, guys, it is possible. I don't have one perfect endgame team lineup, and I did it. So if I can do that, you guys can do that, and you guys can check out, groups and all that jazz right now to see all of these people's lineups. So again, just be active and kind of be aware, and that's probably the best that I could give you. Obviously, if you have money, use that to your advantage as well. Still, at the end of the day, we're all gaming, and I hope that we all have a fun time, because honestly, I really enjoy this game, and I hope that it grows and continues to prosper. That dude's team was gnarly. But anyways, before we end the video, I did promise I could show you how to get 500 gems for free, as well as 5 scrolls. So the first thing that you're going to want to do, and this works on Android and the iOS iPhone servers, so again, just throwing that out there. But you're going to want to go to the cool events, which I will pull up in just 1 second as soon as my mouse starts moving. There we go. So go to the cool events, go all the way to the right hand side like we did last video, and then type in this letter for letter, and it's got to be all caps, IH Lucky 7. There you go, boys. Feel free to watch this as many times as you need. It's going to be in the mailbox. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. My name is 2 Joe. Make sure to subscribe for more videos like this, and I hope to catch you all in the future. Peace.